Exam question is one of the more difficult questions that uses the discriminant. So it gives you an equation in the form of a quadratic, which is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is the term before x squared, b is the term before x, and c is the constant at the end. So in this case, a is k plus 5, b is 4, and c is k plus 2. And it tells you that it has two distinct solutions of x. Now what we know about the discriminant is that if there's two solutions, b squared minus 4ac is bigger than 0. And we're going to use this here. I mentioned a is equal to k plus 5, b is equal to 4, c is equal to k plus 2. In that case, let's substitute into this, and we get b squared, which is 4 squared, that's 16, minus 4 multiplied by a, which is k plus 5, multiplied by c, which is k plus 2, is all bigger than 0. A bit of a side note, but if it said that there's equal roots, or there's one solution, that means that b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. And if it tells you there's no real solutions, that means the discriminant is less than 0. Now we're going to do step number 2, the hard part of the question, solving the quadratic inequality. First of all, k plus 5 multiplied by k plus 2, when you expand that out, it will get you k squared plus 7k plus 10. So I'm just going to quickly write that out. And then we have 16 minus 4 lots of this is bigger than 0. Let's expand out this bracket now. Minus 4 times k squared is minus 4k squared. Minus 4 times 7k is minus 28k. And minus 4 times 10 is minus 40. Is all bigger than 0. Now writing this in the form of a quadratic, we have minus 4k squared. So the k squared term first, then the k term. And then we can collect like terms. We can do 16 take away 40, which is minus 24. Is all bigger than 0. Now, this step, a lot of students make mistake, but to get rid of the minus, and in general, we know each of these terms are multiples of 4. So when you're solving, like we are here, you can divide everything by minus 4. But whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, that swaps the sign on the inequality. So minus 4k squared divided by minus 4 would be k squared. This term divided by minus 4 is plus 7k, and then minus 24 divided by minus 4 is plus 6. And then we swap the inequality sign, and we say it's less than 0. What we're going to do now is focus on solving this quadratic as if it was equal to 0, and plot the graph. I'm just going to change pen color. So we know that this would factorize to k plus 6, k plus 1. And so the roots of this quadratic would be k equals minus 6 and k equals minus 1. So if we were to draw it out, this isn't going to be the best drawing, but hopefully it's just for you to understand. If it crosses out minus 6 and minus 1, it looks something like, well, it won't look like that, but hopefully you get what I mean. Regardless, we're interested in where the curve, the quadratic, is less than 0. When is it less than 0? That's when y is negative, which is below the x-axis. Now, when is this curve below the x-axis? It's when it's in between minus 6 and minus 1. So your final answer is that when k is in between minus 6 and minus 1, that's when this quadratic is less than 0, this whole thing is bigger than 0, and this whole possible equation is true. Hopefully that made sense. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. If you have any suggestions on what you want a video on next, just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you're interested in tutoring, by the way, I do have my email linked in the description, so just send me an email.